Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. In today's video, we're gonna go on a 15-hour road trip from New York City to Jacksonville, Florida in my 1990 Nissan Pao. So come along for the ride. We're gonna stop at a bunch of cool places. One of the early ones is 844 Imports. I need to drop off these wheels to Josh so they could go in a town box. And then from there, he has a white 4-wheel drive town box and a blue 2-wheel drive town box that he's interested in trading for the Cappuccino. So I don't know if I really want to go a K-van route. And in my opinion, I think those vans are both very, very clean. But like I said in my last video, I feel like I'm just tapped when it comes to the Cappuccino. Like, after coming from Japan, after building all that cool content, after having so many new cars, new experiences, new everything, coming home to a car that I had since November, which I know might not sound long, I'm just over it, you know what I mean? To be honest, at this point, I'd really trade the Cappuccino for anything. It just has to make financial sense as well. So let's see what happens. Let's pray for a safe road trip. I'm gonna do this in 2 days. A lot of times I know I've done road trips and I've done them in one, but this one I'm really in no rush. We're gonna drop this off to the customer Sunday morning. And then from there, I'll be catching a flight home. But let me show you guys more of the Nissan Pao. So it's a 5-seater, has AC. This is a Nissan Pao car, and honestly, the best way to describe it is that they wanted to build cars that look timeless. So the Pao, the Figaro, the B1, they all essentially came from the same factory. They all look very similar. And before getting this one in hand, I didn't realize how big of a following and how many people actually love this car. As someone that's driven countless K cars all around New York, I think the biggest difference when I drive the B1 is that the first question they ask you is what year it's from. And I find that pretty interesting because it's a 1990s car, but it looks like it could be from like the 70s or the 80s or the 60s. So in my opinion, I think that's pretty dope that they were able to build this car in 1990 and they had the foresight that 25 plus years later, people still love it. Interior wise, everything is pretty straightforward. Manual windows. I love all the switches. Cluster's beautiful. Love that that says like face, foot, and defrost. Recirculating fresh. This one even has the canvas top. Hopefully at some point in this video, if it stops raining, maybe when I get deeper south, I'll be able to drop the top. But let's start this drive. Our first stop, like I mentioned, is 844 Imports. That's about 4 hours and some change away. I'm really curious to see what my MPGs are gonna be like. Usually in K cars, they're around high 20. If I'm lucky, if it's turbo or something, I can get close to the 30s, maybe like mid 30s. But I'm curious to see what this is gonna be like. I've been driving it a lot, not like long distances like what I'm about to do right now. And it's been pretty good. I think it only fills up with less than $30. I'm pretty excited to check out those town boxes. I'm probably gonna make a separate video of them as well. But I'm gonna throw in some clips here. Like I might go to Virginia Auto Mall, stop there for a little bit. I'm gonna see if I stop by the homie with the Jimny who lives in, I think, North or South Carolina. Maybe make some content on that as well. But I want this to be like a mini movie. So if you're watching this right now, subscribe to the channel. Road to 100K. Update. So I've been driving for about 3.5 hours. I'm 30 minutes out from 844 Imports. First stop, if you guys remember my last road trip, we're gonna go to Target and we're gonna hope we find some K Hot Wheels. Outside of that though, I just want to get some essentials I need for the trip. So like toothpaste, soap, brush, hair dye, stuff like that. So let me go inside here. Let me get an umbrella also because it's been raining on and off. And I don't want to get to Josh's. I don't want to get to any of my stops and I have no umbrella. So umbrella for sure, hair dye for sure. And we're gonna manifest that we could find some K Hot Wheels as well. So we're picking up right where we left off. Hot Wheels section is absolutely dog-ish. Not one single K car. I wouldn't mind an AZ one though. So let's see how many of these we can get in here. I see one, and that might just be it. Yeah, we just got one, you know? Can't go broke turning a profit, so I'll take that. Whenever I do these road trips, I try not to focus too much on MPGs, but I know you guys really care about them, and I know future Pao owners probably care about them. Shout out to the Tri-Spoke. So this is my first time filling up. We're at 150, 905 kilometers. And let's see how far we can make it on that tank. I think I should only put about 7 gallons. Let's see when this stops. All right, now that the Pao is full, let's see how far we can drive. Let's see if it's any better than the K car. As far as comfortability and everything goes, I've been chilling, going about 100 to 120 kilometers, nice and smooth. I do have to say, although this isn't a K car, I still get kind of blown off the road, you know, when semis drive by you on the interstate. So I'm kind of shocked by that. I thought because it was a heavier car that it wouldn't be as windy, and as like when I'm going over a bridge, I feel like the car has a, like the wheels taking over itself. But besides that, the car is nice and quiet. Next stop, 844 Imports. What up, what up, what up? So we're here for a couple reasons. We're gonna do a quick little one-take video of all the vans that are here. I'll mention some that are for sale. I know both of these are, which is why I want to make this a 2-part video, because like I said earlier, Josh is willing to trade me either of these vans plus cash for my Cappuccino. And I love K-vans, I love new models, I love learning about new K-vans, I like bringing you guys new content. I'm just not 100% sure if either of these vans will fill the void that I'm gonna have when I don't have the Cappuccino anymore. It's definitely gonna make my daily life better. It's definitely gonna make Nicholas's life better. But as far as Wait for the Fame goes, I don't know, like what can I do to this? I know I can put like Wait for the Fame on the side. I can paint some tri-spokes. I can paint the calipers yellow. I can add some LEDs. I can add a double din, but is that content that's gonna get me to 100K? In my opinion, not so much. So I want to drive these. I want to do all that later, but for now, let's just walk around, check out the cars. The rims that are back here are going on that black town box I'm about to show you guys. Shout out to the homie Frank. If you guys remember, actually kind of going full circle, Frank bought my Bravo, and now he's cool with Josh, and now he bought this one. So he's replacing the second Bravo that he has with this guy, which is a bigger version of this car, which is pretty cool. They actually have rims already. I thought they didn't have rims. I guess he's just not a fan of those. But yeah, let's check this out. This is the big boy town box. I think it's like a 1 liter or 1 point something. Automatic. Ooh, double din. I think Josh just put that in. That looks fresh. See how much kilometers it has. These newer vans are so smart. 91,000. Power mirrors. That's the fog light button. Overall clean. I like that little piece there. Honestly, don't know much about town boxes. Comment below if you do. I think it's very interesting that they have these seats as well. I thought only like maybe the bigger models had that. But when you walk over to the K version, which essentially looks the same, this one just looks a little beefier. You can see that there's 2 captain seats here too. You know, the old ones were either a bench seat or just together in general, but now you have your own seat. Dual airbags. This one again doesn't have fog lights, but it does have power windows for the front. And this guy has 174,000 kilometers, but it's 4-wheel drive. A lot to think about. Then we have this one that has fog lights, and you guys know I'm a sucker for fog lights, and it has cool rims. I know they're not tri-spokes, but I actually like the way they look. So those are nice. Then I like the blue, I like the spoiler, I like the blue inside. 2-wheel drive though. And this one only has 86,000 kilometers. And again, automatic. And then last but not least, I believe this one is sold as going to a customer. We got this Suzuki Every. This one is 4-wheel drive, 74,000 kilometers, clean. Got the cool little storage area there. This one's probably called like a join or something. Oh, it doesn't say. It usually has a sticker there. But yeah, a lot of things to think about. I definitely want to drive both of these, but I think, I don't know. I think I'm kind of sold on this one. Like, you guys will find out more in the next video, but just off looks, lower mileage. I know it's not 4-wheel drive, and I know people are gonna, actually I would love to know. I would love to know. But let's drop off these rims, head back in the car. We got 14 hours to go, so can't stay here too long. What's understood doesn't even need to be said. You live from Virginia Auto Mall. We got a sexy Aristo with a bunch of gritty stuff on it. HKS, air filters, coilovers, VIP style rims. What's the interior looking like? Blue cloth, some screens. You guys already know, if I'm on the I-95, gotta stop by the homie. I think he's gonna start it. There's a couple big bore JDMs we're actually gonna see today. He just got one of these. He also has a Sentry.
Everything is in working condition. The massaging seat and everything. Cable.
Do they all have this?
Yeah.
I don't think they all have this. I know they all have this.
This one is for sitting.
Does this work? Can you actually call the front or no?
You need a connection.
You gotta try to fix this. I think this is to call the driver in the front.
No.
This?
This is our outdoor call.
Oh, outdoor?
Yeah.
Oh. I don't think I've ever seen one with this. Imagine I was doing my road trip in this car. Wow, VHS.
This one is like that. You sit here to control there. Open up. You can adjust the seat, which seat level you needed. The back seat also recline.
How much is this one?
16.
16.
But this one, somebody upgraded. They removed this one and put this one.
Ah, so they have like a real one.
Yes. And then this one is a video CD changer in the back, in the trunk.
Good thing I stopped here. $88,000 kilometers. Another newer screen instead of that one.
Deep right.
You know what's nuts? The amount of money I paid for my Daihatsu mirror walkthrough, I could have bought this. Like, just put that in perspective. A V12 Toyota Sentry I could have got instead of a one-seater Daihatsu mirror walkthrough. We're not gonna talk about it too much though, but yeah, let me walk around. We got the Pao parked up. Let's see if there's anything else that's new here. Still got this Jimny that he wants me to buy. Pajero Jr. I think the green one used to be here, so maybe that sold. This one is stick. I don't know. I don't really have a comment for that. These are big boys. This Jimny again. I don't really have a comment for this one either. I'm gonna get one eventually, but I told them too when I got here, like, sell me your car for cheap already. Again, this free promo just because I'm in the vicinity. It's about time you pay back and sell me a nice little car. Nice little K for cheap. Let's see, do they still have those Sierras over there? I mean, not Sierras, what are they called? Sarahs? Sell me one of those Sarahs. They're just sitting there. You already know actually what car I want to buy. But he doesn't want to sell it to us unrealistic amount. He doesn't want to sell us the car. Sell me this. I'm gonna talk to him actually. I'd buy this. Although you guys know what car I want to buy. It's not in this lot, so I'm not going to show you, but it's red. It also has cool doors. It's a K car. It's a Honda. I've came here countless times. Even had a truck and trailer when I was at Mendy, and dude is trying to get 3,000, 4,000 for a car that's probably literally getting rained on right now because the windows don't go down. That's the car that I want to buy. Well, that's the car that I want. I don't even want to buy it. You should just give it to me for free at this point. But let's see. I think we're just going to walk over here, check out some diesels. I don't think he has a lot of new stuff. Like I said, it's just on the route, literally off the I-95. I don't need to really delay my drive too much. But we have the campers, the 3 that are here. We learned that, shout out to David, on a day like this, you see how it's raining? Water most likely is just settling on there in comparison to this clam where it would have to roll forward or roll backwards, and that one being flat as well is not very desirable. This one, according to Mr. Camping Expert, because of the shape, is less prone to water damage. But what else we have over here? We got this black Sarah. I think it's the one that he was telling me that needs some work. I think I tried to buy this one too, and he told me an unrealistic amount. I wonder if he fixed whatever is wrong with this one. But I'd buy it. I think David actually has one coming soon. It'd be pretty sick if we both had one. Then some Hilux pickups. This thing is slammed. I don't know if it's on purpose or not. And then, yeah, just kind of the same old Hilux, Terios, Acti, this light ace that I also want. I think it's a column shifter. This, and then here's where the high aces are. Oh yeah, that Chimone is really nice as well. Yeah, I guess hop back in the car. I'm not sure if I'm gonna make any more stops in today's video. Also not 100% sure if I'm gonna make this a 2-part or 1-part. I feel like it's gonna most likely just be a long 1-part, just because today I'm gonna drive as long as possible. It's around like 6 p.m. Probably have another 4 hours in me. And then I'm gonna get a hotel tomorrow. We probably just have to wake up again and drive another 6-7 hours. But I don't know if there's any car related things I can see tomorrow. I remember we saw this one and a lot of people said it was sold, but clearly it's not. It's a newer Every van, fog lights, automatic, 4-wheel drive. Yeah, it is 4-wheel drive. Similar to that town box we saw. Has a sunroof, which is nice. This one is, I think he wanted like 9 or 8 for it. I wonder if he'll trade. Nah, I don't really want to trade my Cappuccino here. I'd rather give it to Josh. But yeah, shout out to Virginia Mall. Let's head back into Pao. Let's get out of here. So we're currently 9 hours away from our destination. I'm gonna grab some gas. I know that's technically gonna mess up our MPGs. I'll just take note of it again. Right now we're at 515144. Let's go to Nissan Pao. It's from Japan. It's kind of pretty cool. Appreciate it, bro.
What year is it? All right, so 2002 Cadillac Eldorado.
Ooh. Big body.
Big body, yeah, it's slow as fuck. But
it's faster than this though.
I mean, yeah, this is front wheel drive. Right.
This is front wheel drive too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crank makes like 300.
That's a lot. What the hell?
Crank 300, but
yeah,
from to wheel it's 285.
Yeah. This is like in less than 100.
Yeah. This is 22 years old, 86,000 miles.
It looks good. Yeah. This is.
Get an interior.
Yeah, I get an interior shot. Got some stickers there. Met this random guy.
I could just tell from the GoPro that
Yeah, I'm actually driving this to Georgia. I'm from New York.
Georgia?
Wasn't expecting that.
You weren't expecting it to be that loud?
It's kind of a sleeper.
Really?
Yeah, I think so. What's that?
No, the curb feelers.
That should stop?
No, it can't. I put them on there myself.
Oh.
So I don't mess with my white walls up.
Yeah. It's on both sides?
Just this one right here. I'm pretty ready to took the other one out. So, yeah.
No, it's a sick. All right, so let's hit the road, listen to some podcasts. I got 9 hours to go. I would love for this to be 6 or 5 even. So let's see how long I could drive before I'm exhausted. Update, several hours later. I'm currently in Florence, South Carolina. Tomorrow morning I'm only gonna have to drive, I think about 4.5 hours to get to my destination. Let's do an MPG check. I just filled up, has a 10-gallon tank. I drove 509 kilometers. 509 kilometers equals 316 miles. We got a 10-gallon tank, so I'm getting about 31 miles per gallon, which again is pretty standard. I know people want to promote these cars to get 40, 45, 50 miles per gallon. You fill up for $20, it lasts for 2 weeks. That's pretty unrealistic if someone's actually going to drive the car. But update on day 1 driving experience on the Pao. This thing is ripping. 120 kilometers, no problem at all. I think even at one point I got to like 130, 140 downhill, and it was taking it fine. The only flaws, like every other old JDM car, there's no cruise control. Luckily the rain has stopped as well, but what I'm gonna do right now is head another 30 minutes to Florence. I just wanna get to my hotel. Probably gonna crash. It's currently midnight. We left Queens at 8 in the morning, which is 16 hours ago. So let's get some rest. I'm locked in. If you're watching this video, if you made it this far, subscribe to the channel. Road to 100K. Let's get back on the I-95. What up? So it's the next morning. I slept amazing. Kind of curious to see what I'm gonna get into. I'm gonna end this video here though. I think today honestly might just be me driving. I don't know if anything interesting is gonna happen. But either way, thank you guys for watching. Road to 100K. Let's drive these last 4.5 hours and get to Jacksonville. Stay tuned for part 2.
Remember the name. This is way before the fame.